Okay, while it's connecting to go live, that doesn't stop us from starting. I will just start by introducing our speaker for today. While Facebook is trying to share live, we'll go on and just talk about our speaker for today. Our speaker for today is no other. Okay, before I go to our speaker, let me just get us the house rules, which I think we're getting very familiar with now. Everybody's mic is muted and you will not be able to unmute yourself. Reason being that we can all have opportunity to hear ourselves and hear ourselves clearly. If you have any question, please use the chat box. When it's done, we will allow a few people to ask questions. So you can raise your hand using the keypad and you will be acknowledged. Then you'll be free to unmute yourself and ask your questions. When asking the question, please just be brief and go straight to the point. So let's meet our guest this morning. Our guest for today is a print communication strategist who has worked with several printing and communications companies in different capacities. Our guest, while in the print communication industry, rose to managerial positions and worked closely with the chairman of the company, the last company he worked in before resigning, to build a future of his own dream by starting up his own enterprise. Our guest for today, as an entrepreneur, has always believed in himself and is passionate about inspiring people to become the best they can be. That was why he turned down the golden offer to become a lecturer from his alma mater, an opportunity many would have jumped at. We're going to find out from him why he turned that down. We'll have been calling him Professor of what today? Our speaker for today, in his quest to achieve more in life and not just earn from one source of income, engages himself as an MC, a comedian, and an event planner. It was on one of such occasions that I came in contact with one of his mentors, SD Chibuzo, who we had with us last week, interestingly, who later introduced him to the current company that he partners with. After viewing the platform that was introduced to him, he discovered that everyone deserves to be wealthy and healthy. So he got on board immediately without hesitation into the business with a borrowed fund. And today he has risen from grass to grace. Mr. Chibuzo Chilote, the Jagbajantis master, as is fondly called, is the CEO of the Jagbajantis concept and is a very passionate person and is passionate about inspiring and transforming people, especially the youths, the poor, and the rejected, to becoming their own rescue by leveraging on the business model to give birth to their own dreams. He is the lead of the Long Reinvention Group, an exceptional leader and orator who is committed to making positive impacts in the industry. Ladies and gentlemen, meet our speaker for today. I know it's Zoom, so you can't clap, but don't worry, I'm clapping for you here. Our speaker for today is no other than Mr. Chibuzo Chilote. But before I engage him, let me just see what's happening on Facebook and see, okay, so Facebook is still preparing. Let me just see what's happening there and get us on board there too. If Facebook is going to be slow today, we'll probably just upload afterwards. So those that want to join on Facebook, I'm sorry, we might have to upload there later because it appears that Facebook is not going on as it should today. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, help me to receive very, 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 sorry, somebody is having a problem with connecting. There's no password. For those who are trying to connect, there's no password. Just go to tinyurl.com/. So if your friend is trying to connect, just send them a chat on your phone. That is tinyurl.com/the discovery. The discovery, THE, the discovery 003. So please If your friend is having a problem, give them the right chat to come on. So receive with me this morning our guest speaker, Mr. Chibuzo Chilote. Please unmute yourself, sir. You are most welcome. Welcome. Thank you so much, Mr. Chilote, for joining us. I've read a brief on you, but just tell us a bit about yourself and your entrepreneurial journey. Today, like you know, we are talking about the shared economy. But before we start talking about shared economy and what it's all about, just give us a bit about yourself and in the industry. Thank you.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to be in your midst. It's my pleasure to be here. And I want to say this is life, and we're happy to be alive. We thank God for His grace. We thank God for everything. For giving me the opportunity to share my experience, my story is something that I am grateful to God for. And I want to also thank the conveners of this beautiful program. You guys are touching lives in different capacities, and it is worth emulating. It is worth commending, and I pray that God will continue to bless you for doing this. My name is Chibuzo Chilote, Fidelis, and just like I have been rightly introduced, you can see my profile, and of course, I'm a very simple person, and I believe everybody born has a light. Every man born into this world has a light. So you either glow yours or you dim it. But the light is light everywhere because it has the capacity of dispelling darkness. It has the capacity of bringing visibility to wherever you are. So, well, my journey so far on Long Reach, just like you have read from the profile, I was introduced into Long Reach by our previous speaker in the previous edition, SD Chibuzo. And I have never loved multi-level marketing. I have never loved network marketing. But I will say a lot of persons are also having the same mindset. It will only take a time or take a while for you to understand that ignorance is even worse than, it's not just disease, but ignorance is not it at all. I don't blame people for not appreciating and then coming into the business. When you talk to them about it, and they don't understand, and that is what we are doing, trying to make people understand that it is just a lifestyle. Maybe I'll say Long Reach is a platform that actually gave a lot of persons the opportunity to actually see all the advantages. Network marketing is full of a lot of advantages, and then Long Reach just picked all the advantages and then dropped every disadvantage. Okay, let me give you an instance. Gone in Nigeria is the same thing as gone in America. Why? Because it can kill. The gun outside Nigeria is the same, it's still gone. For the reason, just one reason, it can kill. But a gun in itself cannot kill. It has to be handled or managed by human before it can kill. So network marketing in itself is beautiful for companies and people and policies and countries and environment, whatever it is, may become factors affecting that word, network marketing. But network marketing in itself is virtuous. So I got into this business and I decided to do a little bit of a research, and I discovered this is just a beautiful world for people to be part of. I understand there are issues, just like I stated, using gun as my analogy, but I want to put it before you. I have a popular quote, of course, maybe as I'm growing, I'm beginning to see a lot of sense in it. I used to say to people, if you do long reach well, you will go to heaven. If you do long reach well, mark my word, the company, sometimes you may not understand. There are factors from the structure, from the mind of the business. If you look at it and then you follow it, there is no way you will not be a virtuous person. Generally, network marketing, the plan, the idea behind it. A lot of people focus on the money. Money is just additional. Money, like we've heard from Dr. Olumide Emmanuel, is just a concept. Forget about the money. But the things that you will become at the end is worth more than the money you make. I tell people that internally, nobody is an average. Internally, mark my words, internally, nobody is an average. Interviews and auditions actually limit creativity most of the time. The word average actually came as a result of the interview and auditions and exams. But internally, everybody is different and unique. And so we have a program, this is discovery. So you discover yourself, you will discover you are powerful. In your own self, you have your own uniqueness. So nobody is an average. Nobody is an average. We may have different fields, we may have different strengths. My strength maybe at speaking may be different from another person's strength at reading. But we have our strength, and so nobody is an average. No. So I got into the business, and there was no money. Just like I resigned from my job because I wanted more. There was that yearning for more. It was not because of I did not quit my job when I found long reach. As at the time I got the text message, it was a text message that I got from him. Of course, it's somebody that I respect so much, and I felt one of those things. I was never interested, but I just had that burning desire that there's more. I need to be more. You can't be restless. You can't have rest. You'll be restless until you get that. You see, the soul, the mind, you're inside of you. I tell people that the mind is virtual and is divided into two. And these two contains, this mind is divided into two. And the way the mind is structured, when you partition it into these two, we have another virtual, and then we have the other side, real. We have under the mind, the virtual side of the mind, and then the real side of the mind. The virtual side of the mind is full of wishes. The real side of the mind spurs you into action. That is the one that begins to define your action. So I was hungry. I didn't like my background. Of course, if you want to look at it, it's a financial aspect of where I was coming from. I wanted to be more than my parents. I wanted to be more than my grandparents. I wanted to be more than, I wanted to be more, because there was no trace of anybody. You don't have anywhere to go to. If anything happens, you're on your own. So I just wanted more. And so I disengaged and I came back to Lagos. Then I was not in Lagos. I was in Lagos, I left Lagos and I came back to Lagos. And coming to Lagos, I quit. I did not carry my properties in the apartment I left in that state. I only took my clothes, my bag, and I came back to Lagos with the intention of maybe after 2-3 months, I'll raise money, or 4 months, and I'll go and bring my things. My rent was not due. My rent was not due. It's not been long. I paid for rent. So I just, because I wanted to leave. I was restless. So I came and I didn't know it was going to be Long Beach anyway. But when Long Beach came, I needed money. I saw the business plan. When I got to the church, we met, is my brother in the church. So we met and then we discussed. He told me the text message I sent to you, come and then let me explain. And then he too was living in one small cubicle somewhere at Fadi. So I'm going to be saying some things about rules and principles. You need to understand all this. If you don't have a clear understanding of these things, you will err. Or you'll be doing things wrongly. You'll be hitting your head on the wall. So when I got to his apartment, he explained how the business is. And then the wife brought out the sanitary napkin and then the product and everything. And I said, wow, this is cool. I think I'm interested. We were 3 actually. He called some other of my, friends, people that I know very well too. And he showed us this platform. But just like you read every time Mark Zuckerberg invited friends, some said no, and then some were just like that. Just like we are having people right now on the Zoom, conference call. Some will say no, I am not prophesying, but I know it will happen. And then some will say yes. It's life. It's natural. It's natural. Everybody is different. So we have the virtual and the real mind. Which one is making you act? So I got into this business with a borrowed money because I looked for how to borrow money. Nobody was even giving me an audience. Nobody was giving it. Everybody was giving one reason or the other. No money. I can't even go to my parents because I know they were even looking up to. Because when I came back to Lagos, it was go and look for a better job. Go and look for a job. Leave me. Let me do my thing. Of course, with my background, I can do some other things. I can get some PP, do some runs and all that. Well, will he really put food on my table the way I wanted it? No. So I looked for friends. I looked at the business. I threw myself into the future of the Long Beach business model. So if you look at the scripture, there's a place, Matthew chapter 5. I'm sorry I am going scriptural, but please permit me. It says, if your hand will make you to sin, do what? Cut it off. If your eye will make you to sin, or whatever, yank it out, remove it. If it is your leg, cut it off. People used to say that one, but they don't say the end, the following statement. It says, it will be better for you to get into heaven with one hand than to go into hell with your 2 hands. Because if you look at the profit, if you look at the benefit, if you look at the state, if you look at what you stand to benefit, then you will cause comfort zone. We do everything possible to see that it will be painful, because that was what happened to me. I removed shame. I went looking for who will borrow me money because I saw this is a platform that I should be part of. Even though I did not know everything about it, but just the basic, I just understood just the basic. This is what I will do, and then this is what I will get. And I was finding means to survive in it. So it was still the same man who used his house strength to start the business as the man Iduru. He was trying to gather his house strength. But you know something about this business when you are just starting. You just want everybody to be part of it. So anybody that says yes to you, there's a way you have to guide the person. This person, at least, from all the rejection, this one is even accepting. So I was like that. I was just the few persons that said yes, but there was no money. So he was trying to recover his own money for his house rent. And here is a Chibuzo that is very passionate and looking for money. He does not have anything. So from the one he has gathered, and I said, okay, let's see, okay, so that you just start, and then when you are able to make something, you can return. And that was how I got into this business. And wow. What we have now, a lot of people have, there was no, things were not this smooth. If you want to come into this business, it is right now, it is easier for you to excel, to succeed more now than when we started it.
Wow.
As in when I joined the business, not I didn't start the business. The business has been in existence for some time. When I joined, there was no Zoom conference call like this. There were nothing. You just find out things for yourself, and there was locomotive, very locomotive. But today, I thank God for the internet. And then people are not still paying attention that things are changing very fast. There is a new normal because your children will question you. Your children will question you. The kids of today are smarter than us. They are on Facebook. At their age, they will connect you. You'll be their friends on Facebook. So it is easy for them, very easy for them to know who my father is or who my mother is. Because just go and look at their mutual friends, look at the activities on Facebook, so they can know who you are. And they say, is this what my dad is doing on Facebook? Is this what you, if you don't make it to? So we are telling people now to become conscious. A lot of things have changed. So you from what we have today is very easy for you to access information anywhere. I don't need to go look. I don't need a library for me to get useful information. From here, I can prepare lectures. I can prepare things right here in the next 30 minutes. I'm done. I have Google. I have this. I have that. So.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, SD Chibuzo.
That was how I started.
Let me come in here and ask you so we can break it down further. You just said something now that Longreach is a better platform. What makes Longreach a better platform? What exactly makes it different? Why you are a very analytical person. We all call you prof because for you, everything is dissected. You didn't go to school in vain, trust me. But from your analytical mind, from your professorial mind, what makes Longreach a different platform? Why will you recommend it to other people?
Okay, for obvious reasons. Longreach is one of the, I don't know whether to say few companies operating MLM that manufactures our own products. There is no manufacturers. There's at least 70 to 80% control. Even if we say not all, but I've been there. I've been to the company's headquarters. I've seen the manufacturing done right under my nose. I've seen things. So it's not hearsay. Now, this is not a company that manufactures for herself alone. Manufactures for other top brands. So that alone is an edge. Then additionally, the product we are talking about are products that you will always have need for. You will always, I'm not saying maybe sometimes, you will brush your teeth. Even if you have to communicate via Zoom conference, you will brush your teeth. Because it's not because of, brushing your teeth is not because of the people you will meet. It's for your own health. It's not because of the person that I'll be talking to, and then maybe the person will say, I don't want to come near this person for, maybe mouth odor or something. It's for your own. You feel fine when you are healthy. Longreach is focused on research. Longreach has 8 development and research institutes, apart from the manufacturing. These are strong points. So it's not just wanting to do business. You look at some pedigree, look at some other factors. Okay, the products are daily consumable, no age limits, whether you are 0, there's anything like that, 0-year-old. For children, they are baby products. For adults, they are adult products, old men, old women, young. So the products are home use, cosmetic, water you drink, cup that takes care of the water you drink, for sanitary napkin, for a woman that is getting to her, of course, reproductive age and all that. So the products are everyday use products. So you pay attention to FMCG products, fast consumer goods, fast moving consumer goods. So you look at these things, they are part of the things that you need to identify before you say, okay, I want to be part of this. Okay, Longreach is headquartered in China. If I am going to ask, China did not do any advertisement on television telling people about China. The simple ad that China did, and they have been consistent in doing that advert, is anything manufactured, you see it made in China. It's small. It's not big, it's small. You just see it, small inscription somewhere. If I ask everybody now on this Zoom call, go to your house and then begin to gather the things in your home. More than 50% is coming from there. People keep saying, in China, they have, if you want top quality, they give it to you. If you want poor quality, they give it to you. It's your whatever you give to them that they work with. So if you look at the laundry does not have, of course, now going into MLM, I've looked at this because I did not look at the other technicalities when it comes to multi-level marketing, remember. So I was just a greenhorn. I just wanted something, okay, these are lifestyle products. Let me just go into it. Until when I started meeting with people and I started doing my own research online, I started discovering, okay, there are things about network marketing companies, about flushing of points, about authorship, about, okay, what does this mean? I started seeing that they have to erase your points to start all over again from the beginning, or every month you are mandated to do something compulsorily. If you don't do it, then nothing goes for you and all that. Wow, really? Okay, Longview does not have all that. You do it, it's purely entrepreneurial. You leverage. Whoever has not seen the need to subscribe to a leverage system in the 21st century will end up making not himself poor, but his generation is, except you begin to watch what is happening. Where is the world driving to? I'll keep saying it. It looks is as simple as this Zoom call. This is like a hall. This is like an event hall that I would have paid, or Mrs. Gilbert would have paid about 500,000 naira. And then all of us will risk our lives driving from our homes to that particular place. And then you have to cater for feeding. I don't know. And you have to do a lot of things. Look at the logistics. And this is what we are having just right here. And people are still not paying attention. So I have highlighted some differences anyway. That makes language very beautiful. It is not a business. It's not a Nigerian. It's not a local. I'm making this translation from Nigeria. So for those that are outside Nigeria and they are here, language is an international business. It's a business where you can grow your network, not just in the country where you reside alone, but outside the country. With how much? How much do I need to start up a business in the US? What are the logistics in having a business in the US? And here is somebody right now not seeing this as an opportunity. I started a business with a borrowed fund how many years ago, and today it has grown to different. You see, it's just for you to listen and pay attention. Sometimes I want to go to the scripture. It is not, pay attention to your mind and then do a little of analysis. Your health is being built, is being taken care of while you are making money. So everything is not money. What if you make all the money in the world and then you don't have the good health to enjoy the money? It's part of the prayers my parents do pray. That's in Igbo language. Long life and good health. So you make money and you health. It does not make sense to me personally. So you must be strong enough to enjoy your money. You must be able to build a business. Even if I am going to leave my wealth for my kids, I will train them on how to make money. Not the money in the bank is not the real money. It's not the real money. We had Les Brown, one of my mentors, before this presentation, kicked off, and then he asked the question, what are you preparing? What will you be known for? Because a day is coming, I will die, you will die. But what will you be known for? It's not about having all the money in the world. You are a light. You deserve more than the money you have. If you have yours, you deserve more than that.
So
you are a light.
So true. Let me cut you in at this point. You have said you are already answering my next question. The pandemic is real. A lot of us have faced lockdown that came upon us so suddenly. But you have been in this business for I don't know, tell us how many years, and tell us how you have done your business in this pandemic. How have you done your business in this pandemic? Has the pandemic shut you down like every other person, or have you been able to still earn in this pandemic?
Okay, I'm 5 years plus, going to 6 years in this business. That's to show you that it's a real business. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It is not a come and go tomorrow. It is just normal, the real business that you do, stay for years. Longbridge in itself is about 37 years, yeah, about 34, 35 years, sorry. And currently in Nigeria, Longbridge is growing. I joined towards the ending of 2014. And but you know, there's a way you join business. You know, there was a way struggle will come. And like I told you, I did not. I was a novice in network marketing. It took a while when I started doing my own research and looking at lifestyles and then looking at doing other things. And so Longbridge packed all the advantages. Network marketing in itself, like I said earlier on, is fantastic. It's virtuous. But like you have a gun, is a gun everywhere. Why? Because it can kill. It's not because it can just kill. Somebody handle it, gun will not kill until somebody handles it. Somebody that handles it and makes it to kill. So if I will say in this pandemic, because we have an international business, not all the countries shut down immediately. And because we have a business that can also thrive online, and during pandemic, logistics companies, some essential kind of companies, essential services, they were also allowed to operate. So not everything was total. If there was a total shutdown, then internet will be yanked off. We can't even reach anybody again. We can't know you listen to news, you won't know anything. But we still hear ourselves. I guess this particular Zoom call became enhanced because of the shutdown, so it's an advantage. So we were still doing business. My business was not shut down. I don't need a location. I don't need a shop. I don't need an office. My phone is my office. So as long as the phone is on, the system is on, internet is on, I am still good. People still brush their teeth. Wow. Nobody shut his mouth during the shutdown till now.
Wow. So even in the shutdown, because people are still brushing their mouth, they were having their bath, and the internet was still on, you were still earning.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm still on this because some people on this call have had their fingers burnt to network marketing. And so when they hear net, before they hear the work, they don't want to touch it. It's been so bastardized, but you are still saying that Longbridge is different. Analytically, why should I be a part of a network marketing business?
Okay, now, you see, there is what we call rules, and there's what we call principles. You know, they are not the same. A rule is not the same as a principle. Rules are basically ideas, you know, and say concepts, general laws, that govern a particular nature or something. But a principle describes specific phenomena. For principles, they require clarity. They are non-negotiable. Rules are negotiable. You can break rules. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a clear term. Everybody eats. All of us, we eat food. Now, let me bring out one food. I'm an African. Swallow, eba, or fufu, or semo. Originally, was like a kind of, you will use your hand to eat it. Yeah? It's like a rule. Use your hand to eat it. But some persons decide, no, I can't use my hand. I'll use cutlery. Eh? They are not using their hand to munch it and all that, to roll it. They have decided to use cutlery. For Africa, you have broken that rule. Eh? But principle is it must go through the mouth. It must not. It's not through nose. It's not. It must go through his ear that it will go. It must pass through your mouth. It cannot pass anywhere. So now, for some persons, they feel network marketing is not for them. I used to be in that category before. Like I will say again, I think Long Reach packed all the advantages of that concept of network marketing. And that is why it has become, I now saw it as, no, this is normal thing that everybody needs to actually be part of. I'm not excluding anybody. Some persons say, I am not cut out of it. I am not cut. There is nothing you are doing today that you did not learn. I don't know your profession, whether you are a barber, whether you are a shoemaker, whether you are a comedian, whether you are, even as a comedian, if it comes natural, you improve. You improve. Even being a comedian, being hilarious, sometimes you can be more comic, you can be more hilarious if you are in the midst of very funny people, very comic, your creativity will be more. Naturally, you have it. But you see, there's something about enhancement. So for some persons, if you pay attention to your innermost mind, what are the things you do naturally? Because I'm going to break it down for you. If you care for people genuinely, network marketing is for you because it's virtuous. If you love people around you, if you want people to succeed, I don't know if there's anybody that does not want people to succeed. Maybe there are, but of course, except you are not a light. But I know every man born of a woman came with a light. You either dim yours or you glow it. So Long Reach came and it made me to realize, of course, network marketing. Now I have been able to, of course, my horizon has been broadened. The likes of Eric Worre and of course Les Brown, Robert Kiyosaki, these are mentors. And I sat down and I was thinking about this. I discovered there's no other business to become, because your lifestyle, it makes you to become better. If you want to be better, it's not everybody that wishes to be. I'm not talking about the money.
Okay.
If it is money, yeah. Yes, you will make it. I came into the business, as you continue to grow, sometimes a lot of things begin to shape up and then to change. Financially, I wanted a financial freedom. I wanted to break the chains of poverty. That's why I am so passionate about people that are coming from that end, because I know where I was actually coming from. I don't like it. Poverty is worse than coronavirus. So, they cannot kill us here because we already have a stronger version and we did not die.
So let me cut in there. Coronavirus, poverty is worse than coronavirus. I truly agree. So I can hear clearly from you that everybody, irrespective of your age, your profession, your gender, should be a network marketing professional. I hear clearly from you that it's the business of the 21st century. I hear clearly from you that you can learn this business. You can learn it. And I hear clearly from you that in the last 6 years of you being here, you have totally changed from where you were to where you are now. And honestly, you are looking very good, I must say, at this point. But let me ask you this. But let me ask you this. Network marketing industry is good. Long Reach, you have told us why it's good, but tell me about the compensation plan. How do some of us here are already in this business? How do we grow? We all want to become star directors like you. We want to get the house fund, we want to get the scholarships. How do we then grow? So I have just signed in, I'm new. How do I grow this business?
Okay, let me put it this way. If you are blind or you hear, you can do Long Reach. You can do Long Reach. If you are blind, you cannot see, or you can hear, you can do this. If you cannot hear, you can see you can do this business. Let me tell you why. You see, everything, it is just about perception. Okay, I'm sorry I'm using gun, no, I'm sorry, but I'll use it again. It's about perception. A gun in the hands of a policeman, do you know that it's different from a gun from the hand in the hands of a soldier? It's the same gun, but if you give it to a policeman, there is a different perception. There's a way you view it when you see the same gun in the hand of a soldier. I am telling you this is clear. See, okay, let me bring a. It's the same gun, but different persons, or different groups. So, but there is a perception. There is an existing perception. So that is why there's a way the gun makes that person. There is a way you begin to feel. It's perception when you see this one handle it and that one handle it. Okay. If you want to know more about you succeeding and then growing a long read business and the compensation plan and all that, there is a basic rule in this business. Among the different compensation, I've attended a lot of seminars and I've paid attention, and I usually want to pay attention to their compensation plan. And believe you me, I do not know, because I know the persons I've met people. If I'm going to compare with what we have in long reach, there is no compensation plan right now that beats it. Now, I don't know about tomorrow, but for now, there is none. Long reach compensation plan may not begin to pay you immediately large, huge, but is structured like every human being. When you are pregnant, your baby begins to grow. When you conceive, people will not know till after like 3 months, right? But you are carrying something inside. You see, it keeps growing until 9 months. You birth the child. The baby is small. It keeps growing until maybe 5 years. Your tummy cannot house that baby again. 5 years, 10 years until it becomes an adult. Can you see the growth? Long reach compensation plan is structured like that. So if you are not patient, that's why you see that this business has more women than men. Because men, the way we are configured, we are not very patient. We are so impatient. We cannot. A man cannot be pregnant. Is not. We can't carry 9 months. They can't fathom it. They can't do that. So it is long reach business is structured. As it continues to grow, as time goes, it continues to grow to a point where you can't even control it any longer. Now, there are percentages that you earn: 8% for silver or Q silver, 10% for gold, 12% for platinum or VIP. Now, these particular percentages, you earn it to infinity. If you decide to upgrade, just listen, if you decide to upgrade, the system moves you from either 10% to 12%, or from 8% to 10%, or from 8% to 12% straight up. I have encountered, I did not do those business, but they invited me. I have been to business where when you get to your 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th generation, the percentage begins to shrink, because they said you are not having more people. So because you're having more people, like quantity of supply and demand, because you're making large demand, so the person will be reducing the price. For long reach, you earn a particular percentage. As is increasing down to infinity, if you upgrade, it takes you to that level. So that is on one, which is performance bonus. In long reach business, you may not need 3 referrals. The business is structured like this. Everybody begin to get used to what I want to tell you now. This is a business that is referral based. That is the principle. That is how it is. That's the principle. That's how it is structured. Is people based. So for somebody who wants to say, I want to come and dump money, and then if I bring in 2 million, then how much will I earn or something? If I bring in, how much will I earn? I will draw the structure for you. It is people-based. The system appreciates people, building people, people impacting lives. This is what is happening. If Mrs. Ute decide, okay, let me just put in money and not do anything, it will be like a gun. A gun cannot kill. It is man that is not gone. Forget it. If you like, load it with bullets and drop it, it will be looking at you. It has to be handled. So the nature of the business is people impacting, building people, showing them there is an opportunity for your health to be better, for your future to be better. There is an opportunity. That is, it's just the way you handle it. It's just the way your approach, your perception about it. If you grow Longreach with the normal 3 referrals, you will make money. If you grow Longreach, if you bring 3, everybody is entitled to only 3 persons. If you have more than 3, you share it with the people that don't have. But let everybody know that they are entitled to 3. It's 3 by 3 matrix. If you don't want to do 3 by 3 matrix, how generous this Longreach business is. If you do 2 by 2, you will still be earning. You will not stop earning. Let everybody bring 2, 2, 2, 2. You will continue to earn. As generous as this business is, you don't even need 2 referrals. Do 1 referral. You will continue to earn. As long as you are the one referring 1 person, and that 1 person too is making referral, there is a business plan for it. All the combos, you earn on it. A starter or fast switch back, you earn. It's 1 referral. It's based on sponsorship. If you don't want to refer at all, and you come into the business, of course, Longreach is not doing that. Somebody brought you into the, somebody told you about the business, and then you decide to be doing only retail order. This one is no referral. From what you purchase, as long as you remember, Longreach pays you for it, but you must buy product at least a minimum of 30 PV.
Wow.
You earn on it. So how many business is this generous? Many of us flock into supermarkets. By the time, if you have a car, by the time you are inside that supermarket, before you finish buying what you are buying, the security man will come to the back of your boot and put their sticker. You'll be driving it around the whole of Lagos. You know what you are doing.
Advertising. Advertising their business.
Common thank you. You will not even get. We need to talk to ourselves. Okay, what are we now doing? You refer, it's a lifestyle. Except you don't wish people good. But if you wish people good, it's just the perception. It's just the perception. Give a soldier a gun and give a policeman a gun. There is a way you look at them. Even the person in question, this are perception. It's just the way you think. It's how you reason. It's what your mind has been built, to know. You know, if a soldier pulls off his uniform and meets you like me on a normal mufti, do you know you will fight? You will slap him. You will battle him. But that cloth, there is an authority in it. Even if he's as slim as I am, if we slap everybody, nobody will touch him.
Thank you.
What is doing this command is that cloth. Cloth is like your normal cloth, but there is something that there is this power. It's not powerful. It's no longer ordinary, even though it is like your cloth. But everything is about perception. Wow. So it's the mind that is to be worked on.
True. You are right. So it's actually all about a mindset. Basic bottom line, it starts with the mind. There are some people on this call. I'm seeing some questions privately sent to me, so I'm going to be asking. You've been talking about Longreach, talking about bonuses. Now, you're a professor, but just break it down for us in very simple terms. How can I join Longreach?
Okay.
Which bonuses are available in Longreach in the next 2 minutes? If you can just tell us how to join Longreach and the bonuses.
Yes, I'm also worried about the time because I want to leave here in like 1 hour. I've spent 1 hour.
Yeah.
I have 30 minutes. If by God's grace, 30 minutes more or 45 minutes more. Now, we have different bonuses. We have the performance bonus. We have development bonus. Okay, the bonuses, they're beautiful. Performance, development, leadership, retail order or repeat order, and maintenance bonus. Then we have incentives, the VIP incentive, Diamond 4 incentives, and the rank incentives, Diamond 6, Diamond 7, Star Director 1 to 5. Now the highest rank in Long Beach is Star Director 5. You know, Long Beach has a structure, business structure, where you have beginning of wealth, whatever, where you are starting different points. Now, for the bonuses, we have the pack starter combo bonus. We have fast reach pack bonus. Now, these other bonuses, they have their own kind of compensation plan. Everybody, our business can accommodate everybody. I will start. If you are a low income earner or a student, you have a say in our business. If you're a big man, if you're a very wealthy person, and then you have a say in our business. But just know that you cannot buy it. If you buy the business, it can't be sustained. Buying cannot sustain. If you like, become a super stockist. It cannot be sustained. The life of the business is, because it is structured, it's about human being. So I don't know how many people you want to buy. You can only impact, you can only touch, you can only grow people. When you grow people, you are leaving a legacy that will live even when you leave this world. And Long Beach gives you the opportunity to become an international legacy. They're not just Nigeria, they're just not doing your community. You bring it on CNN, no. But there are lives of persons in different communities, in different parts of the world, that you have actually ministered to, that you've actually impacted on positively, because you want to grow a business. Now, compensation plan, development bonus is 10%. Performance bonus is based on your entry level. We have starter combo 10,015 naira is under the Q Silver entry level. It's a junior Q Silver. We have Q Silver for entry level. Sorry, let me come this way. We have Q Silver for entry level. It's just a name. I'll tell you the point value. Point value is PV. That is the investment in the business. All the products have been denominated by point values. So for a Naira value, I may not be able to give you Naira value because the products, they are different. Your needs is different from maybe different from my own needs. If I'm a man and I want to get long breed products, I may probably go for wine, go for maybe calcium, go for maybe the bow, if of course if I'm married, and then select this product, you know, and then buy cup. And then a woman may say, no, I just want to go for the sanitary napkin, the panty liner. You know, by the time we do the calculation, we may not have the same, we may not pay the same price, but we may have the same point at the time the calculation is done. So I may not break down the Naira value, but I'm going to talk on the point value. For Q Silver is 60 PV. Only starter combo is 4 PV, is a junior Q Silver. Then we have Silver. Silver is 120 PV. These are entry levels, entry levels, want to come into the business. Then for gold is 240 PV. For platinum is 720 PV. For VIP is 1,680 PV. Now, this PV I am calling, all the products, like I said initially, are denominated with point values. So you can take 2 toothpaste, take 1 calcium, 1 roll-on, 1 soap, and 1 cordyceps militaris. By the time I calculate it, it may give me 120 PV. I'll look at the price for each of the products, just accumulate it, and that is the amount of money I will pay.
So, SD,
sometimes I tell people in Naira, there's a range.
SD, sorry, what you are saying, if I want to understand you, is that what you need to join is look for the products that you need. There is no mandatory, there is no force, there is nothing.
Yes.
Is there a registration point? Must I pay something? How do I come onto the business?
No, there's no registration fee. There's not like registration fee. Pay 5,000. You know, nothing like that. Nothing. You are buying product you want to use. Select the product that you want to use. Once it's up to a particular point value, maybe it's up to 60 PV, like I can make selection of products that will give me 60 PV, and I'm paying about 20,000 naira. Somebody else will come and make selection of products because his needs are different. What it will the things that he selected, they are different from mine. He may end up paying about 35,000, and it will still give him that same 60 PV. The products come with different points. So you are just making selection of what you need, what you want to use. You are not paying extra money for registration, no money for registration. It's just like you are walking into a supermarket and you are selecting product, but you have the opportunity, if you select product up to this particular amount, you will be made a partner. That means you have a business investment with a company. You can leverage on the business to build your own business.
Okay, so now I haven't signed up. I hear you, I don't have registration fee. So I can come in, pay whatever it is, and come in. So I have come in, I have bought, maybe I just picked Cordyceps militaris like you suggested, and I have signed on. I want to build a legacy. I want to build a business. What else then do I need to do?
Okay, this is how, like I said, you know, every business has its own modes of operation. Every business has its modus operandi. So our long reach or network marketing with a long reach platform is structured for people. You know, if you want to build a business with us, it's products that you use in your house. That's why we just say you switch your brand. You know, you get these products from outside, the toothpaste, your soap. The companies you get these products from, they actually do not know you exist, and you can't even you can't say much about the product, but you just use them. So for us in Long Reach, you don't consuming this product. And then if you want to grow business with a company, every business, I will tell you, except you don't want to be truthful to yourself, every business that is on earth, man is the end user. Man is at the end, There's always man. There is no business except you are not serving human beings. Maybe you are serving spirits, or you are serving, well, even spirits was human, except maybe another spirit. Let me put it that way. Every business, go and pay attention and listen, and then do your own research. Man is at the receiving end. So if you are running away from, you don't want to talk to people. It depends on your own concept and mindset or experience. You may have experienced network marketing with a terrible company. That does not spoil the network marketing. Is a virtuous business because it is people to people. You are making sure you wanting to touch to better the lives of people or showing people opportunity. Remember, Nigeria is poor today. Our economy is not as if you say poor that there is no money in Nigeria. There is money in Nigeria, but we have the minds of the people are not productive.
True. True.
I've never heard in a place in government that they packed certain trillion of naira and they set ablaze. I have not seen that. Our budget keeps going up from million to billion to trillion. There is money. Forget about borrowing. They borrow money from different countries, but there is money.
Absolutely.
So it is not the lack, it's the mindset. It comes in different ways. So
SD, so I agree totally with you, and it's worth emphasizing. It's really all about the mindset. So when I come in and I sign up, my next assignment is to share this news with other people.
Yes. Am I right? Very correct. It's so to share it.
So
if you don't share, sorry, I'm cutting you.
Yeah. If
you do not have the mind of generating a link, like I said, everything is man that is the end, so it's at the receiving end, whether beginning or at the end, but there must be man, there is a man somewhere. And nothing works in this. If you remove man, eliminate man from this set, it stops. There is a standstill. Robots cannot fulfill all that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So that SD, are you still there? Am I losing him? Are you still there? It's all about mindset. The receiving and in every business is man. Thank you very much. I get that feedback.
The robot, the artificial intelligence, they want to see. It is man they want to see. It's the understanding of how things work. Hello?
Yeah, it's the understanding of how people work. Yes, SD, we lost you briefly, but you are back on now. But let me throw this at you. Really, man is at the receiving end. So if I'm hearing you explain sharing economy here. So what you are saying is, I've caught this idea, I've seen these products, they're good. Rather than buy them and keep it to myself, I should tell somebody else about it who also buys into it and also benefits from it.
Yes.
So that's basically what Longreach is asking us to do. Am I right? SD, are you there? Or has network knocked you off?
I'm here.
Okay, so basically in this sharing economy, our assignment as people is to come on board and tell one person or the other person to come on board. One thing you said that I couldn't keep to myself is the fact that at the end of all of this, it's about mindset, and at the receiving end of the business is man. So you said Longreach will help you impact people. In fact, you said you cannot buy people, but you can impact people. Let me take you back to that. How do you use the Longreach business to impact people?
Okay, now let me give you a little let me cite an example. I have a team member who happens to be an honorable, in one of the states. Before the Longreach thing came, there is, of course, list of persons every time you get calls. Sometimes you have to maybe change your number, or you give your PA, they want to reach you. All these people wanting to reach you. They're actually asking for finance. If it's money, it's what they want. They're asking for money. They're asking for help. Okay. He decided in his own little way to be helping them. Okay, what business do you want to do? I want to sell clothes. I want to sell gari. I want to sell. If we give money, after some months, these persons will come back again. The thing did not work, or something happened at the end of the day. Now, you see, there are different categories of people. Some end up eating theirs. Some end up maybe not being able to manage theirs, and some are just maybe it's just maybe habit. I don't know, to beg and all that. So then the Longreach opportunity came, and then it was explained to him that this is how this business works. You can actually use it to empower people. Okay, now I said fine, because I know where you were coming from, and there's a transformation. So how? I just told him, see, everybody, especially in Nigeria, among the world, we are one of the less privileged. We are categorized as a less privileged nation. If you don't know today in the list, just the way you go to motherless baby zone, less privileged zone. In the world map, Nigeria is we are under the less privileged nations. So that's why I say send grants, borrow us money, give us a lot of things. We have not grown. So now, and I told him that if all these persons, if they come, they can actually be empowered. Because this is a long business. What you do is, you can, since you want to give them the money, it's no longer free money. They need to know how to catch fish. Don't give them fish. Buy the product, let them send their names and all that to the company. They generate a code for them, give them the product. If they want to use, fine. But tell them that this is a business I set up for you. I don't need to come and get to a shop that will tax force to disturb you. You pay rent every. No, the overhead is crazy. Set up a business as little as 10,000, 20,000. They are good to go. And then he said, wow. He never knew there's something like this that it could be like this. And first person, take. You know, you will need to know whether people are actually, if they are lazy. You see, Long Beach will make you know those that actually, sincerely, they want to become something. And those that just want to hide under the guise of, I want to become something, but they're actually begging you. So he started doing that to empower them. Till today, take, this is it. Talk to your, if you see this business, if you're looking for people that need them, but that's why the business is, so sometimes I see it as, is the way you present it, is the manner of presentation. Long as a business, whoever is looking for opportunity, go and look for all the people that are looking for opportunity. Show them the opportunity. Let them to go and look for the people that are looking for opportunity. That's why it's called network. Because a chain is a connection. People that want something for themselves, health or good health, it will be good for them. Let them use it. Okay, this is what you need. Take. Bring another person that needs it. Bring another person. Show another person that needs it. That is how you help. That's how you begin to empower people. You begin to touch life, because it's a ripple effect. Because this one has seen. I said, do you know how I sometimes it takes me some additional before I kill an ant. Let me tell you, people, before I kill ants, you know, so I'll because of maybe consider of nuisance and all that. That is why I just kill ants. But ordinarily, I don't feel good killing ants because I love them. You know why? You see, an ant sees an opportunity, sees a debris or sees something. Believe you me, if you stay true to if you just want to watch, just stay there for the next 30 minutes, 1 hour, and see what happens. See what happens. And these things, they look like things that don't have brain because they're very tiny. But they think better. And look at us, man. They have been kept under our control. But these guys are doing things that some of us are shying away from. He goes, he sees it, he calls, and I don't know how they communicate, but they don't sleep. Ants don't sleep. They don't sleep. I don't think they sleep. I don't know. Because be it in the night, be anytime they are working, they go out looking for opportunity. And when they see it, he calls another before they move that thing out.
So true.
No matter how big it is. Why can't...
Wow, so true.
I'm done.
Learn from the ants. And it's actually in the Bible. Bible actually tells us to go learn from the ants. And what you said is very true. When they find an opportunity, they connect with themselves and drag everybody to that opportunity. And they all come together to make it work. That is the summary of what we are into. That is the summary of the shared economy. I want to check if you have any questions. I can see one hand up. Can you please type your question? It will make it faster for us, so I don't have to unmute everybody to try to talk. Can you type your question? I can see a hand up. Can you please type your question? And I will be glad to read it. Thank you. Kayode just summarized the ant strategy. If I'm not taking anything from this, I'm taking that away. The sharing economy is actually the ant strategy. We are about rounding off. I'm looking at the chat room if I can still see any question. Your pattern shot to us. I don't think I can see any question here. So I'm coming back to you and asking you for your pattern shot. You have been in this business. Today, you are a star director. You are doing so well. You are building your team. In 1 minute, can we get from you a pattern shot to the partners and to the guests on this call? Thank you.
What I encourage everyone to look at is, I used to have, there is this popular quote for me: when few multiplies, it becomes many. And then if you do Long Beach very well, you can do it though. You may not do it well. You may not do it very well. If you replicate the mind of the business, that's what I mean by if you do Long Beach well. A company may not, it's a human being that handles everything, of course, but if you look at the system, the business model, the mind of the system, if you do Long Beach very well, you go to heaven. Because it's people you are meeting, it's people you are building. You're not selling products, you're not selling, at the end of the year, yes, people come, they buy this, but it goes beyond that. In reality, sometimes even the company that set up this business, they don't have the gains, they don't get transformed. The company, the people running the company, most of the time, don't get as transformed as we, that are in the business model. So if you want to build this business, I want to encourage you. Is virtuous. You must ensure that you do what? You take care of people. Principalities obey principles. Internally, take this one from me. Nobody is an average. Interviews and auditions only limits our creativity. I love freedom. Freedom in sanity. Not insanity, insane things, things that are normal, being free in doing things that are good. I love that. So if you do language very well, we go to heaven. So wherever you are, whatever you are, nothing cannot be learned. You can learn. If you don't have that, you need to work on your mind and build your mind. Understand that this is a business of the 21st century, is a lifestyle business.
Thank you very much. It's a lifestyle business of the 21st century. It's a lifestyle business. The ANT strategy, it's you finding out the beauty on this business and going out and talking to other people and bringing them on. Somebody has asked, how did you build your team? I said, if I ask that question, we're going to take you another hour. We'll bring you back another time for team building with the registered members of the team. But for now, I want to say a big thank you to you for coming on board, for taking out your time, for doing this. Yes, if you do language very well, you will go to heaven. That is SD Chibuzo's favorite saying. It's the ANT strategy. I want to say a big thank you to you and to everyone who has made out time to be on this call. We have rated between 84 and 100 at different times on this call. Thank you so much. Next week, Saturday, 1 p.m. is another super Saturday. And guess who will be having in the house is 2 SD Charles Tambo. It will be in the house next week, Saturday, 1 p.m. 2 SD Charles Tambo will be in the house telling us a story, telling us how to build on this, telling us much more. We have been building from SD4 Udeme to SD2 Imaiduru to SD Chibuzo. Next week is SD2 Charles Tambo. You cannot afford to miss it. Thank you very much, SD Chibuzo. I'm so glad you took out the time to be here. God bless you. Trust me, we are coming back to you again. Thank you.
All right, no problem. It's been my pleasure. God bless you all.
Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Thank you for staying true. Thank you for keeping this real. Thank you for all the participants. We're grateful to have you around. We can do this together. We can change the world. We can change our community. We'll start somewhere. You don't necessarily need to start from the high. You can start from wherever you are, and then know that you are not an average. You are not an average. You are a light. And that's what it takes. Goodbye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You are not an average, you are the light. Take those words and let's make this business work. If you are new on this business, talk to the person that invited you, sign up with the person, and trust me, you will not regret it. God bless you. See you next week, Saturday, 1 p.m. Together we always win. Bye-bye for now.